right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Devilman Crybaby, Episode 1. Okay, the new show replacing Kill la Kill.
Yep.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we are.
Yeah, apparently this show beat Place for the Universe at the Anime Awards for Best Anime of 2018. But that means it's probably amazing.
It's probably going to be good.
Yep.
I know that this is a show that is a retelling of
an
a
old
very classic old anime.
Yeah.
But this one is very short.
Yep.
So in some ways it reminds me a lot of what was Megalobox. You know, Megalobox was a more recent kind of retelling of a classic old school anime.
Well, and like Megalobox, the music in this show is apparently amazing because the person who did it was Kensuke Ushio.
That's right.
Who also did the music in Ping Pong and a silent voice. So,
and I believe it was also the animation is the Ping Pong people as well.
Cool.
I'm not sure.
I think
how much crossover there is.
I can't remember which people it was that were working on Ping Pong that worked on this too. But
that all in all, that's a very good thing for us to hear. Ping Pong the animation is probably one of the greatest anime that you haven't seen.
Right, exactly. That you've probably never seen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're not talking Legend of the Galactic Heroes, but one of those anime that, you blinked and you would have missed it because it's something that doesn't necessarily pop and catch your eye.
But apparently this did.
But this apparently made some kind of a statement. This show did something. And I have been told, and this is kind of the reason why we haven't put it on polls up until this point, was that this show has a pretty heavy, mature content rating. So what this means, y'all, I'm just letting you know straight up, right up front, this is going to be a timer-based reaction. This is not due to, dealing with, content ID or anything like that. This is just because of the content itself being something that's so... explicit, apparently, in certain circumstances that we don't want to deal with any issues on that regard.
Yes.
So that just means everyone gets timer-based reactions. Timer reactions. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and it's our journey into Devilman Crybaby. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right, everyone, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Okay. It's awesome, though, to think that Netflix, got an anime that...
Okay.
Yes.
I am a fan.
All right.
Is this the opening?
This is good. Humanity reaching up toward the sky in the eye, someone bleeding, a beautiful form. I love it.
Grasping at the darkness, okay.
Oh, is that the Devilman? Alright. Oh. Okay. You know what this feels like? A weird techno, Death Note Berserk baby.
Yeah.
Like you have the Berserk, darkness vibes with, demons and stuff. But then you have the Death Note, abstract kind of mythological imagery.
Well, and the way they're
facing off each other.
Those two against each other.
Okay.
That very much has a
oh.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, that's cool. It's like watercolor.
All right.
That's legit. Oh, there's so much symbolism. I want to know what it means.
All right.
They were like clones of the same person. Light into darkness.
Oh.
Oh.
Was that some sort of like...
That was like the world, like...
Something.
Reality's beginning. Whoa, okay, well this is dark.
Something falling to Earth. Okay.
Demons, monsters, creatures. Oh.
Several somethings.
Oh. Dark and light.
Uh-huh.
And then it leaves and the...
Is this like a vision of the future?
Yeah, it could be.
In the way the moon looks like one of those little light balls?
Uh-huh. Darkness again. Okay. This is cool. Oh.
Gotcha. The fateful meeting. Oh. Oh. Whoa.
What the hell?
Okay. Well, Crybaby.
Akira. Oh, dang.
This Rio guy feels like a Johann Griffith hybrid.
Oh. All right. Wow, okay. And run.
Flop, flop, flop.
Yep. Of course. Their witch, wow.
I wonder if that's literal or figurative.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Hey. Oh, she's trying to convince them, even though they haven't said anything like that.
Meanwhile, the other guys just beat Red.
Oh!
Wait.
Okay, this is one of those monsters lives among us kind of thing.
Right.
Oh!
Okay.
This is moving ridiculously fast as far as, like, introducing characters and just... Okay. So Akira and Miki are clear characters for now. Okay.
What kind of dangerous? Because if there's monsters in this world, then... Is he following her?
Whoa. Dang. Oh, she's not going to the party.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. No, I think... Oh, wait. They're probably friends with her. Yeah, that's why they're trying to impress her with the...
Hopefully,
yeah.
Okay. Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Comedy to diffuse the situation.
Yes. Oh, the freaky boyfriend. Oh,
okay.
It's the Rio guy.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. What's with that drawing?
Yeah.
Definitely has some people that worked on ping pong.
Right. What? The? Oh my god! Oh my god! He's a professor in the States? Well, I think they've grown up together, so he's pretty safe, I think. Oh, whoa, she is fast.
Yeah.
She is fast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's a machine gun. What the? Oh.
Okay.
Oh. What the heck? Oh my god, this is crazy.
Okay.
Hearing the English is extra creepy with the fact that he was killing the bird. Okay. What the heck?
Okay.
Oh! So he's possessed, basically. He just wanted it to end.
Okay.
Holy crap.
All right.
Ugh. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Cool little exposition here.
But with the beginning, it seems like they're more aliens than, like, supernatural.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And that's where these two come in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing. These two are both already probably, like, you know, possessed in some way.
Right. Or maybe the Rio guy is and the Acura guy, like, we'll get to see how it happens or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I see. Hence Devilman. Okay.
Yep. And Devilman Crybaby.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Dang. Well, crap. That is true. Okay.
Huh.
That's your mission. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Rio the reporter.
How far will you go to confirm it?
Oh, probably whatever it takes.
Uh-huh.
This is, you know, what's happening. Then the world's at stake.
Oh, are they going to the party?
Oh, probably.
Huh.
Yeah, it's... No, we're guaranteed. You're going to get eaten.
Okay, so he does feel things.
Probably because of their history.
Mm-hmm.
Go back.
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah, I get the feeling he knows a lot more than he's letting on.
Yeah. Okay, well here's the crazy party time.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, just people
orgy.
just going for it right there. All right, well, here's where the crazy animation is going to come into, I would say, great effect. Yep. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, this is going to go so bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this whole show is basically just going to be a whole bunch of things going just absolutely wrong.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So there's a difference between devils and the devil. Oh, shoot! Bro! Bro! Oh, crap. Oh, dang. Yeah, your friend is not...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just no... Why have pretenses?
What the hell?
Okay. Oh, are those, like, specific demons?
Well, I think he's a psycho because... Remember back with the animals and stuff? He has no feeling about killing the animals and stuff. Right. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, and now he's alone.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Wow.
Jeez. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
This is some next level, like, disturbing stuff. I mean, he got what he wanted.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely see the Berserk connection. Oh.
Yeah, oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, this is...
Okay. Wow.
And now he's gonna film it.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh my god, this is... Oh, well.
Yeah, okay. Why hasn't he been affected yet?
Well, I don't think he's... Yeah. Oh, buddy. Oh,
okay.
Oh, there it is. So, Amon.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
And the camera still got this. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. Oh!
Okay.
Oh! Oh, dang.
All right.
Oh, and they know him.
Yeah. Wow. I gotta say, though, the music for this whole thing is absolutely
amazing.
Like, every single dang track. Okay.
Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh.
And he isn't.
Yeah, yeah. This is probably just the origin story, you know, basically just like the everything that we've just seen here. Oh,
wow. Okay. All right. What an episode. Holy crap.
I have like cold sweat and shivers and I kind of feel sick to my stomach a little bit. Like,
that was amazing.
That was crazy.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
okay.
I mean, here we go. We have Akira, main character.
Yep.
I wonder which came first. I'm sure that this probably came first before
Probably. I don't know.
Akira, the movie.
Because Akira was in the 80s, so...
I think this was really old.
Although I think it's a pretty common name.
It is a pretty common name, for sure. I know a lot of other characters in anime that have the name Akira.
Yeah.
But then we have Ryo, who is... He's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
He's got some issues.
Aggressive characterization.
I guess so.
Like,
ugh.
All right.
And Miki really dodged a bullet by not coming to the party.
Yes.
Yeah. Her boyfriend might have just been killed. I
think he was. Yeah.
If we see him alive, he's a demon. That's just how it is then. But they set up some world building things with the whole idea of there being basically a new movement, like they're the devils or whatever. They are actively spreading. Like there's something happening that's different, because if they're supposed to have been around since forever ago, that whole scene, which was kind of like the Genesis type event, where we have all that. Why are they moving now? Interesting. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well,
That's a first episode if I ever saw one.
Yeah.
All right.
I have no idea why we had to have this be full-length Time-Roll.
No, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, music aside, no. Content, no,
Guys,
totally. Very child-friendly. Very child-friendly.
What was that?
Okay. All right.
So a lot of symbolic imagery in the beginning.
And yes, they're like... Berserk definitely. The inspiration is there.
Absolutely.
But as far as the characters, everything's pretty straightforward so far.
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
we've got some weird potential things going on.
Well, plot wise, yes, but as far as the characters go, like we've got Akira. Okay, he's the crybaby. He's the main character. He was friends with Ryo for a long time. Ryo is a straight up psychopath. And Akira knows that.
Ryo knew that a specific demon would possess him,
and he set this thing up with
that intention in mind.
Right, that intention in mind, and the fact that he's been there before makes me want. Okay, here's the thing.
Oh, I think he's possessed already. I think that's the whole thing, is that he's got it under control. And maybe he's going to teach Akira how to do that. Because that whole demon within kind of thing, it'll be about him saying like, no, this is the thing. We integrate. We have them within us. But all these other people, they're trash. And that's where the psychopath comes in, is that he's a problem. Like, he's a serious problem.
Miki might also be possessed already, because at the very beginning there was that person that was saying, you on this thing, they think you're a druggie. Doping. You need to like, perform well so that they don't think that. And then the person killed him. We didn't see that person. We didn't see that person. It could have been Mickey. It could have been someone else. That could have been showing a bit of like maybe what like leading into the whole fact of the murders in school and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to know who murdered the track coach guy.
I'm just saying that's a possibility. And then the other thing they mentioned that because anytime you have something like this where there is a world that is like a parallel to ours, right, and it's in the shadows, you need to have it be subtle, and this was not subtle, not subtle at all. So that could tell us a few things. Now it could just be that they're not thinking about like continuity and stuff and or whatever, but or maybe this all started yesterday.
Well,
but it doesn't seem to be
short story.
This is a short story we're
getting.
So
this is basically like when the worlds collide.
Right, exactly. When the worlds collide. But the fact that it's happening now is very interesting, and the fact that like this could just be a time where the worlds collide because fate, whatever, celestial bodies,
singularity of how many demons are in the world and stuff. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Anything that would be this extent where there is an orgy massacre at an entire place. Now, maybe it just turned into a massacre because Rio instigated it, right?
Yes.
But that makes me, okay. Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And this is something I think where Rio, he is in contact, at least in some way, with these demons in some ways, because
like he's the main baddie.
He's definitely the main baddie, but it's the question of whether or not he's evil or if he's broken and insane. Because here's the thing. I think you can be evil and insane, but sometimes you can be evil without the insanity. And I think that what they're pointing at here is the question of how much of this is his keikaku versus how much of this is him being like, no, Akira, like, you need to try this. It's basically the, like, you need to know what this feels like to have the freedom that comes from being.
Sure, they could throw a bent on it that basically is not entirely disgusting and psychotic, but I would say it's pretty safe to say that he's evil right now, unless they wanted to go the route that he got possessed, and that's why all this stuff is happening, right? Which makes it a bit less interesting. But they could do the thing of Akira needing to rescue Rio, but the fact that they established that from an early age he was already like, he had no empathy, and he was seeing something die, and in fact like okay, I could theoretically understand him being like, why are you so worried? It's going to die anyway. But then he pulls out a box cutter and he's like, let me kill it. And
like he's okay. Like he wants to. Like he's excited about the thought about it. And in some ways I think that's a little bit of our perspective bleeding in and calling it reality within the story and stuff. But here's where I could see that it completely gets overridden by the fact of how excited he was to kill these people he called trash. Now, here's the thing. He's got some goal, obviously, and he does harken back to a Griffith type character.
And his design makes me think like Johan, basically. So
he's gorgeous. His main color design is basically just white.
Yeah, and like he's already dead kind of a thing.
Yeah, and he has little to no regard for human life. And you know why I think this is, Jacob? You know why I think this is?
What?
Is that on some level, I think that he has the beliefs of being an arbiter. He believes that he has some kind of moral authority to judge.
He's the one that's supposed to choose. Yeah.
Right, and I think that's why on some level he seemed excited about Amon, however you pronounce it, possessing Akira. And this is where I think the Devilman Crybaby thing comes into play here, is that we have a character, main character right now, who's jovial and wholesome and positive and cares about Miki, and he's got that simplistic kind of nature to him, but he's easily led around by Rio.
Yes.
So Rio is set up perfectly to be the manipulative, Machiavellian, kind of brother figure.
And they don't hide it. They make it very clear, which I guess they have to because it's a short show.
Which is, I think, why this is so exciting is that they're moving things so quickly now right out the gate that obviously like Rio is bad news. But the question is that why is he bad news? And that's why I think the story is moving so quick, is that it's not supposed to be some big surprise that Rio is, some kind of problem or something.
But maybe he's like a third side in the conflict.
Or no, not necessarily that there's any sides in the conflict. It's that he is a representation of a certain perspective on humanity. Because when he was saying, like, why are you running? Like, dogs and, like, humans. Like, he's already speaking he's not a human, you know?
Right.
So,
exactly.
So I think we can move him into the, well, he's obviously a problem. Why is his, like, what is his, does he have any goal? I think what it is that he genuinely does care for Akira.
Right. And
he doesn't want Akira to get consumed by something that's going to... end his existence in a way. I think he's the sync.
Right, because everything that he did with his party is very intentional, right? Yes. Now, he said, okay, I may have unleashed, whatever supreme monster on the world.
Yes, yeah.
But the thing is, he specifically tracked down Akira and then dragged him, with a machine gun, shot, at the other people, dragged Akira over to the party, and then he was like, all right, he got the girl to give him the pill, and then, watched him to see what happens. So why Akira, And maybe it's because of Akira's personality. He's like, maybe Akira is because Akira is the opposite of Rio, right?
Right.
Rio feels nothing. Akira
feels everything.
Feels
overwhelmed
everything.
by
exactly.
his emotions.
He's a crybaby, right?
Yep.
So what it probably is, or what I would think, is that Rio's like, okay, I'm already a demon, right? And I know how that works with me, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm an outlier, and this is the bell curve, all these people here.
Right.
Akira is another outlier. And maybe I also do care about him, somewhat. So
he's a good kid.
Right,
he's not engaged in debauchery,
exactly.
Basically.
He's not part of the scum, so I'm going to put him into the situation. And one of the things that was also kind of interesting is that Akira was like the last person to transform. So maybe this is something...
I think that's because of his proclivity to being possessed is lower because he has less
exactly.
evil within him.
If blood is something that the demons like, then there's a fair assumption to be made that the orgies are also something that they like. So it's those all put together, and of course something will happen, right?
Right.
And that's why things like this don't happen all the time, right?
Yes.
There's not just mass massacres everywhere because you couldn't hide that.
Yeah.
So maybe if Rio's objective is basically making it public and then basically uniting them and merging them and have it be a synthesis.
I was gonna go along that thing. I think that what's exciting about this story here is it doesn't seem to be some grand mystery about where the story is going. If it's anything, I'm curious about where the characters are going.
Right.
Because Rio, as a character right now, I'm like, okay,
we know where he's going.
I think I know where you're going.
We might not know specifics, but the thing is,
but I want to know
hiding things.
Right. But I want to know why.
Right.
I want to know why. With Akira, what I'm more excited about is I'm like, wait, okay, what's his conflict going to be? Because I don't think it's going to be Rio right off the bat. If anything, I think that Rio is going to be really helpful. I think that Rio is going to help him actually control what's going on.
Sure, yeah, because Rio probably set this all up, and again with the whole synthesis thing, it's the idea that Akira is probably the one that's most, different from the ideal host for the demons. So
so there's
gives
going
it
to
to
be
them, then he might be able to retain more of his individuality and sense of self, and not pour lighter fluid or gasoline over himself and burn himself.
Because that is another thing that's a good thing to bring up. We have another example already of someone who's potentially already kind of in a good place with their demon, even though they are senile according to the runners, is the track coach who's just sitting there in his wheelchair and he's just like, and then just randomly the bug flies over. So he's possessed.
Right.
He's possessed.
And here's the thing. Maybe that was something that no one else was supposed to see because, they don't pay attention to track.
I don't think they saw it. It was too fast.
Right. I think so too. But the thing is that was a very open display. So, and the fact that the track coach is just like that, I guess, you know, like the demon didn't need anything special to come out. That's just its natural state, right? That means that sort of thing is possible. And the boundaries of people knowing about this sort of stuff the walls are rapidly coming down.
Very rapidly.
So Rio is like, okay, I'll make it absolutely publicly known to the entire world. And then what, he'll rise to the top. He'll be one of the people that will usher in this new age, because maybe he's already formed a rather, stable pact with his own demon.
Yeah, I think what it is that he's in the synthesis right now, and he's enjoying the benefits of that.
Sure.
That's why he seems so bravado. I am, let's do this thing. And he has
carefree. Like he wasn't
carefree.
worried when the demons came up. He's just like, all right, I'll pull out my machine gun and.
It was interesting though how, like, anytime these kind of dark spiritual fantasy kind of stories come about, sometimes they make it all about the mechanics of how you actually can fight these things. But no, we've seen these things die to fire. We've seen them die to machine guns.
Yep.
And here's something that's really interesting, is that Rio specifically said, no, enhancing your physical capacities is not what humans are best brought out as. It's actually the tools. It's the weapons.
Yeah,
it's the instruments by which they can basically dominate the food chain. So
given that, and
he's looking for war.
Well, he might be looking for war, but also like that might be his instruments by which he's going to do the synthesis. Because if you think about it, one, this whole thing, the possession and stuff, it seems to have been brought about by drugs.
Yes.
That's something that humans make. And then two, the devils themselves. Well, yeah, violence and stuff. Yeah. But the devils themselves seem to be the exact opposite of what he says the humans are, right? The devils are the physicality and all that stuff.
Right.
Whereas the humans are the ingenuity, because those devils weren't being very smart. Like it's like, okay, they kill things, and all right, it's
they just
crazy
consume carnivorous
exactly, they're animals, right? And so what it seems like he would want to do is he wants to rise above both, right? Because he wants to
have the ingenuity.
He wants to have his cake and eat it, right? So he's probably going to, like, the fact that he used a machine gun here, even though he's probably already possessed, I think is very telling. Because he might not be possessed, maybe not, who knows? And that's how he's trying to maintain his level of control over the situation, you know? But
we don't know his philosophy, I guess, yet. So for now, we're just supposed to watch him and see and look for patterns. With Akira, the thing I'm very interested about is that his personality is so, like, kind of, I don't know. It seems like they're trying to set him up to be kind of the Shinji Ikari, if you will, where he's kind of like, I don't know about any of this, and I mean, I think it's a very natural response given the trauma he just endured.
But even with the more like everyday things where there's something happening, and he cries very easily,
which generally lends these types of characters, since he's obviously the protagonist here, like, or at least one of the dual protagonists here. If Rio does end up being a protagonist, which he totally could, by the way. I'm just saying, if this is a story called Devilman Crybaby and it's going to be really dark, you might need basically the balance of that dark and the light.
Well, right. That was one of the things that really surprised me, is when they showed all the things dropping to Earth, and I'm like, okay, Devilman Crybaby. From the title alone, it's like there's probably going to be devils. But then they had the dark and light both going towards the planet. I'm like, okay, this is Devilman Crybaby, not Archangel Anti-Devil Slayer. Okay, what gives? And we haven't seen any signs of things like that so far, unless they go the angle that Rio is one of those things, in which case that's even more terrifying.
Well, I think what they might be angling at is that they're both maybe
the potential, like getting at that human potential idea.
Yeah, and here's another thing that's good to bring up. Akira, when he transformed, did we see a thing? Well, none of the other ones did either. But that could be the thing, is that they were both already possessed, and he just needed. That's what it is. Because sorry. One thing, the Akira's like, what are we gonna do here? Summon the devil? And he's like, no, he wouldn't come to this level of thing here. But what he might have been basically saying is like, no, we're not summoning the devil. We're summoning you. Like, this is basically a thing just to bring out the crazy demon that you've had all along.
A specific demon. Well, I think they were trying to imply that the pill brought about the demon. Now,
I don't think so.
Okay, now it might have been just something where that made the demon. Oh, okay. No, yeah. Okay, so when they talked about the pill, they were talking about that it basically like heightened everything, right? Yeah. So that seems to be more the trigger for the demon than the actual demon itself. Now, when the lights and the things all came to Earth, I know what the light is. It's humans. That, like, and they're both there, and they both coexist, and there's that duality there, right?
Sure.
At least I think I would be surprised if that wasn't what it was. Now that I think about it, because
I don't think it is humans, because they were making the point in this episode saying that devils have existed long before humans.
Did they say that?
Yeah. Rio said that. It was probably one of the most like exposition-y things we heard this episode, and it felt very weird for Rio to say it, because I'm like, how do you know that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that means that he knows things.
Right. One of the things that it kind of made me wonder is if, like, the fact that all this stuff is happening now, if it's actually that when Rio found his, like, you know, the dude and he did the experiments and then he lit himself on fire, if actually at that point that was when it began, and it was a localized, like, it was a small thing, and then Rio basically is like, all right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to spread it all over the world.
Hey, yeah. Like, yeah. I could definitely see that being a thing.
Oh my God.
What?
He talks about technology. What if he ended up formulating the pill?
I'm not really ready to make theories about
like they don't have to, because the show is short, so they could have plot points that are just brought in as like an established thing of accept this, and they don't have to explain it.
I'm way too into the metagaming of the show being exceptionally short, Jacob. So I don't think they're going to go into the, like, I don't know what. Like, I think you've put a little bit too much emphasis on the drug part of it.
Maybe, but like, I mean,
because it's a crazy party, so of course everyone's taking
right. Yeah. But the idea of like how all the stuff, the speed at which they basically introduce and basically will introduce something as a point that is different from the normal world, right? And then they'll immediately build off of that, right? That's what probably surprised me the most about this episode is it wasn't just that everything was really fast, right?
But
it was that they were immediately introducing something and then playing off of it and then playing off of it, and then the whole episode happened, right?
Yeah.
So
just a reminder though, Rio said that violence and blood, basically, or blood really, was what would bring, he called the devils, and I think he said something like he said something else. I almost want to go back and check real quick, because I think he said something like the Black Mass. And when in the beginning they had a lot of symbolism about people crying, about
the person
swirling
reaching
colors
for
and
that
stuff.
Darkness.
Yes, there was, all the tears were basically like dark droplets of ooze.
Yeah.
And I think that what this might be is that when the earth was seeded, if you will.
Sure, that's what that could have been, is that it was just way long time ago.
Yeah, way long time ago, the seeding of basically the earth. There were creatures sent there. And if they want to go for the dark versus light angle, there could have been maybe creatures that were creatures of light that were sent as well. But the thing about this story is that they're giving the main character, this is called Devilman Crybaby, like you said, they're giving them the dark creature thing.
Right.
So I think this is a little bit of a subversion twist on expectations by if there are any creatures like angels of light or whatever, they're not good.
Well, no,
in the same way that in Berserk, angels are not
I wasn't
good.
So that was something that I thought at the beginning. Once I came up with the idea of them being humans, that was actually that I don't think there are any like angels of light or whatever. And that this story is rather about basically the light is sort of basically the normal world that we all know, right? It's the world that exists sort of outside of this universe, but this story is all about that being taken over by the darkness, right? The Devilman Crybaby, you know. And so then they don't really need to, they can focus wholly on the devils and not necessarily need to worry about the light, because then it's just sort of this idea that there is that duality, but it's not something that is like something that we don't understand, right? It's something that, it's humans. There you go, you know. And they can keep moving.
So with the story as a whole, things are going to get crazier and crazier. Yeah. But the overall presentation of this, the animation, the music, the directing, this is some really like top high level stuff. So I understand now, just within this one episode, why this was at least nominated for Anime of the Year. Because one of the things that blew me away, even in like the crazy party scene, if anything, the crazy party scene accented it even more, was the animation quality and I'm talking like just the movement, just in general, was crazy. Like, it was actually crazy. Like, it was really impressive. All the while, they have this gorgeous music going on in the background.
Yep.
That actually was a little bit unnerving. Like, in some ways, I could feel the music was crafted specifically to give you this uneasiness, because you're like thinking on some level, like, oh wow, this party looks crazy. But actually, with this kind of music, I could get down to this. Like, this looks like fun.
Yeah, you want to dance to the music, and you're like, but there's so much craziness happening on the screen in front of me.
You're like, this is not going to end well. You just know that this is going to.
Right. There's that disconnect between the two. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, when they start basically having everything go crazy and stuff, and they show the monsters basically coming out and just destroying, cutting apart everything.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like a Berserk manga.
Yep, it really did.
Panel.
It really did.
Come to life animated. Yep. Like, less line art details specifically.
The animation style was very different, but as far as what was being animated,
it just
Yep.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
So I'm glad we took a bit to get to this show, because in some ways I needed to read some Berserk before I was ready for this.
Sure.
That was a lot.
It was. And I get the feeling it's probably going to get worse.
I get the feeling that it's going to hit harder because we'll care more about characters.
Sure. So emotionally, it will mean more. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to get any more explicit than that, actually. Gotcha. I think, if anything, it will get more violent, maybe in specific circumstances. Yeah. But in a lot of ways, I feel like we've already seen a mini eclipse, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, because it's very similar, Yeah. Yep.
But, wow. Dang. So this was based off of a old school... like anime manga or something like that. And was it this intense in that as well? I'm sure it must have been at least pretty violent.
Well, okay, manga can get crazy.
That's true.
So it was probably that it was based off of manga. I don't know if there was an anime adaptation of that manga that was also very old, or whether it was just the manga.
Oh, I know for a fact that there was an anime adaptation.
Oh, okay.
I know for a fact, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, wasn't anime a lot crazier in the old days than it is today?
I don't know. I've only seen a few old anime, so I don't know. And this is the crazy thing. I think that on some level, this is really cool to have Netflix take this on, because Netflix is something that's worldwide in terms of distribution, but something like this show, you couldn't put this on most, anything in terms of, like, just Netflix has no rules in that regard. So I just think that's pretty cool. Yep.
Wow.
A lot of mystery. I think that I'm going to love the blisteringly fast pace of the plot. I would say the moment plot moving along. But the stuff they did at the beginning with the symbolism, I think, is where you add that vague element of visual storytelling that foreshadows like specific things.
And because they're moving so quickly, you won't be able to fully focus on it. So that could add a lot to rewatch, probably.
Yes, I think it adds a lot to rewatch because the show is so short, and then there is this vague symbolism put in there. But I think Jacob and I are like, I feel like I'm all how to describe this.
It's overt enough that there's not as much to theorize about. It's more of just like, okay, so this is what they're gonna do. All right.
I think Jacob and I are smart enough to kind of look at this kind of thing, and I'm not trying to toot our own horn and like be like, yeah, we're really smart and stuff, but it's more like, oh, we've done this so much in terms of analyzing stuff that it's like, that first like 2 minutes or 60 seconds or whatever,
I feel like kind of told the whole story.
But
the thing is, that could also be because this is an adaptation of an old work. So they're basically saying, we understand that a lot of you will already know the story.
Sure.
We're just retelling it, so we're not going to have subtlety.
Yeah.
And besides, this is a short show, so we've got a schedule to keep.
Hey, and I love short shows that understand that if they have a manic pace, the audience will either just fall off or they'll get with the program.
Yep.
And I'm ready to get with the program.
Yeah.
This is a
just not the program
story.
Not particular programs,
Yeah, what do they call it? Sabbath?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, all right, we're going for very specific very specific metaphors here.
Yeah.
Or not even metaphors.
Okay.
But
this was great.
Yeah.
This was great.
Y'all, thank you so much for recommending this show to us over a long period of time. It was helped a little bit more recently by the recent, public attention regarding the anime awards and stuff like that. So looking forward to getting to more of this show. It's a crazy replacement for Kill la Kill. Yeah. In some ways, I think
very fitting though.
In a lot of ways, even though its vibe and themes are very different, there is a manicness to it.
Yeah, the pacing fits.
Pacing
fits. Yeah.
That I think fits very well. Yeah. So y'all, if you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. Now, there's no full-length reactions because everything's going to be timer-based because we can't show this stuff there. So check that out on our Patreon. And if you support us on any level on Patreon, you get access to our Discord where you can chat with us about stories in general, episodes that we have watched already, or just hang out in general and talk about whatever.
Yep.
And then Jacob's going to promote something real quick.
Indeed. So my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is still available for pre-order. The link to the Kickstarter is in a pinned comment down below. Go check it out because it's an amazing story.
So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.